We're making a vanilla bundt cake today with a cream cheese glaze. So yeah, it's a bundt cake. It's got that identifiable shape. It's got the big hole in the middle of it. So you need your bundt pan. The bundt pan helps make the cake cook evenly throughout because more of the cake surface is on the pan. I love bundt cakes because they're just hefty. They're like a meaty cake, and it's hard to keep them moist because they're so thick. So we're gonna use 4 eggs in this recipe. Call it a bundt cake, call it a pound cake, whatever. It's delicious. So for our vanilla bundt cake, we need to preheat the oven to 350. Then we need 1.5 cups of butter. The butter needs to be softened, all right? If your butter's not softened, you're gonna have a heck of a time with your hand mixer whipping it up with your sugar. All right, so we have 1.5 cups, 3 sticks of butter. We're gonna whip it with 2 cups of granulated sugar. All right. We want to get this combined so it's nice and whipped. All right, we got our sugar and our butter nice and whipped together. Now we're gonna add in 1 of 4 eggs at a time. So we have 4 eggs total, but we're gonna put them in 1 at a time and make sure we beat this together really well after each egg. All right, there goes 1. All right, let's add another one. All right, number 2. Let's drop in number 3. The 4 is going in. All right. So after the eggs, the last ingredient we're gonna put into our batter here, it's gonna be 1 tablespoon of vanilla extract. In a separate bowl, we're gonna combine our dry ingredients together. So our dry ingredients, it's gonna be 3 cups of all-purpose flour. I'm gonna put it into a sift. It just breaks up the clumps of the flour, and it makes the dry ingredients easier to combine. In with our flour, we're gonna put 6 tablespoons of cornstarch. We're also gonna drop in 2 teaspoons of baking powder. And the last little ingredient we'll add after we sift all these is our salt. Okay, the last dry ingredient here is that 1.5 teaspoons of kosher salt. Let's make sure we have our dry ingredients really combined here. Sifting the flour makes this part easier. Now we're gonna put half of our flour mixture into our wet ingredients, get it mixed really well. Now we're gonna put 1 cup of whole milk into our mixture. And we're gonna mix this until it's just combined before we finish adding our dry ingredients here. All right, so it's just combined. I'm gonna scrape my sides down a little bit. All right. So we're gonna get our 12-cup bundt pan, make sure it's greased and floured. That way the cake's gonna come out afterwards and not stick to the pan. Once the batter is in the pan, smooth the top with a spatula and then put it in the 350-degree oven for 55 minutes. After baking, this is important, let the cake cool in its pan for 10 minutes. This is going to ensure that it comes out with the top still on. After cooling the 10 minutes, you can flip it onto a baking rack to finish cooling. While our bundt cake is over there resting on the baking rack, we're going to make our cream cheese frosting. So we're going to beat together with our hand mixer 4 ounces of cream cheese. That's half a standard 8-ounce block. We've got 2 cups of powdered sugar. We have 3 tablespoons of whole milk and then 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract. I want my glaze a little thicker, so I'm going to add maybe a tablespoon more powdered sugar. The glaze should be thick, but not really pourable. It's time to finish our vanilla bundt cake. We've got our cream cheese glaze. We're gonna spoon it on top, swirl it on top, and let it just fall down naturally. There's no perfect way, there's no wrong way. I like how the bundt cake design leaves these little channels for the glaze to flow through. So you guys are looking at our vanilla bundt cake with cream cheese glaze. I kind of went overboard with the glaze. Who doesn't like extra glaze? All right, so if you liked this recipe, give it a thumbs up down below. And of course, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, go ahead and subscribe. There's some other videos coming up around here somewhere. Watch those, hang around, and I'll see you next time.